everybody. We bid you welcome to the Gil Whitney Show. Tonight, Gil welcomes from the Kinley Players the Fifth Dimension, entertainer Emmett North Jr. From the Dayton Daily News, Pulitzer Prize winner Mike Peters. Direct from the Colony Club, Marvin Smith. Singer Suzanne Vanderbeek. And this week's Rick's Review with Air Supply. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, Gil Whitney.
Well, here we are again for another time around for this thing. We've got 2 more shows to go, and I'm having a heck of a time doing it. How about you guys? Good time? Good. We have a good time doing this to do, too. You know, in 1965, a little-known singing group recorded a song called Up, Up, and Away, and it turned out to be one of the biggest smash musical hits ever in history. A single won 4 Grammys, and the group was catapulted to stardom. The group is with us tonight, and they're going to be singing the title song from their Kenley hit, Ain't Misbehavin'. Make them welcome. The Fifth Dimension.
No one to talk with all by myself. No one to walk with, but I'm happy on the elevation. I mean the shelf. Ain't misbehaving. I'm saving my love for you and you and you. Oh, and you.
I know for certain the one I love. I'm through with flirting. It's you that I'm thinking of. Ain't misbehaving. I'm saving my love for you. Oh, hi there.
Like Jack Horner in the corner, don't go nowhere. What do I care? Your kisses are worth waiting for. Believe me.
I don't stay out late.
I don't care to go.
I'm home about 8, just me and my neighbor's radio, because I can't afford
Ain't
one.
misbehaving. I'm saving my love for you. Saving my love just for you.
Oh, shucks, Daddy, I love the way you move.
I knew you'd like
Here we are, just dancing and singing.
No one to walk with all by myself. No one to talk with, but who or her? She's nobody. She's just a little girl. She just came by to drop off some Girl Scout cookies.
Ain't misbehaving.
I'm saving my love for you.
I know for certain the one I love. What do you mean you didn't know Girl Scouts delivered? They do, yes. Ain't misbehaving. Saving my love for you.
Like Jack Horner in a corner. Don't go nowhere. What do I care?
Your kisses are worth waiting for.
but while we're waiting,
I don't
I'm
stay
always
out.
home.
I don't care to go.
I don't want to go nowhere.
Ain't just me and my radio. Ain't misbehaving.
But Daddy, I can explain the whole thing.
Ain't misbehaving.
Sweetheart, he forced me.
Ain't misbehaving. Saving my love for you.
Hey, terrific. Absolutely terrific. Great to have you on our show. You'll be back with us up there, right? And we'll be back in a minute. Stay tuned for more of the show. Right back.
Gil is outfitted by Harvey's Fashions. Today's top name fashions for today's young executive. 2 convenient locations, downtown and the Salem Mall.
Well, you're all here.
Here we are.
Yeah, yeah. Florence LaRue, would you do me a favor and for everybody here introduce the other members of the Fifth Dimension?
Sure will. On the far end, Ron Townsend. Joyce Wright. And of course the founder of the group, Lamont McLemore. And Michael Proctor.
And Florence LaRue. So great to have you here.
Thank you.
The show is terrific.
Thank
I
you
get to see a
very
little
much.
bit of it, and I don't see how you guys keep up the pace that you do on the stage, especially when you've got a matinee to do tomorrow and another one on Sunday and then a night show too.
Don't even
It's really fun. You know, we're used to even doing a 2-hour concert, so this is a nice transition. And there's a lot of music, very little dialogue.
Are you making a transition here? Am I hearing you say that right?
Hopefully, yes, we're branching out, not just being a singing group, but a performing act.
You always were that. Just it was your categorization.
Yes, but we've never
right?
done a play.
Play.
We want to even branch out into other dimensions of show business, perhaps film, and things like that. Oh,
Terrific, terrific. That's great to see it. The group has been together under the same name for so long.
16 years.
Yeah. My goodness, that's unusual in this day and age, especially with the same beautiful sound throughout the entire period with no change in basic.
Right. Although we've changed some members from time to time, we hope to keep the same sound, because if we change the sound, we may as well not be the Fifth Dimension. So for those of you viewers who don't know, Ron, Lamont, and I are the original members.
3 out of 5, good odds. Good odds. The show that you're doing, Ain't Misbehavin', Fats Waller. What a heck of a combination to begin with.
It's very exciting. Our manager saw the play in New York, and they loved the music and realized it was very like Fifth Dimension music in that it was very high energy, also music the whole family could enjoy. And there were 5 performers, so they felt that it would be a good vehicle for the Fifth Dimension.
Very logical. The second act, which I have not seen, so I have to leave early. The second act is, as you told me, makes the first act look like you're sleeping. In the
Not
first
really.
act,
You know,
that's wrong?
they're both very good.
They're both very up?
The first act, I
Meaning
think, has
physically,
more dancing.
Physically, yeah,
Right.
dancing. Yeah,
And
right.
the second act is more musical as far as lyrics and vocal.
Amazing. I see how you do it. I see how you do it. And
It's
keep
fun.
the pace up. You're not going to Columbus from here, which is a
No,
disappointment.
the fair is
Columbus.
at Columbus, so we're not playing Columbus. We go to Pittsburgh, then Massachusetts, and Latham, New York,
With the same show.
with the same show. Then
Yeah.
we return to Las Vegas with our cabaret act.
For over the years, I don't want to dwell too much on the past, since the 3 out of the 5 is here, but over the years you've had so many hits, starting with Up and Away, which is an endless hit, to say the least.
Right.
What, during that entire time period, would you go back and say, gee, I wish I would do that again another way? Anything?
There's not much I would do differently.
Same
There are a
thing.
few things career-wise I would do differently. What about you, Ron?
I wouldn't do anything different. Like Florence said, I wish we could have gotten into the movie end of it sooner, you know, the group itself, and have done TV, you know, more TV.
The one thing I think I would have done differently, which is something that I didn't know until now because it comes with experience, I would have been more willing to make changes. In the beginning, the Fifth Dimension was very successful with certain formulas, doing a certain type of music. And then we got into a rut. We didn't grow. We were very successful being innovators, but for a while we stopped and continued doing what had worked for us. Now we are willing to try new things, such as a play, to grow professionally as well as personally. So that's one thing I would have done differently, taken more chances.
Well, it's not a chance, though, because you're doing it so smoothly.
Well, it's taking a chance. Who would know that the play would be so successful? No group has ever done
Mr. Proctor,
a
though,
play
reacted.
before.
Is it a change that you didn't expect?
Yes, it's
Different?
a very definite change. It's from doing a cabaret act to doing a musical stage.
Because of the inflexibility of you got to stick to the script and do exactly the same thing at every
Right.
moment in time.
Plus, we're not body mic'd or hand mic'd, so there's a difference in the way you project.
Sure.
So,
And intimacy.
but it's fun.
I got a person that I want you to see over here.
Okay.
Emmett North Jr., who is an up-and-coming star, to say the very least. He has performed with Wolfman Jack, in fact, working on a new album with him, a TV pilot called the Wolfman Jack Radio Show. That's interesting. Scheduled to record on Isaac Hayes, a new project for 80, and Linda Clifford's new LP, and we'll talk about him and talk with him in a few minutes, but I want you to hear him and want everybody else to hear him. Emmett North Jr.
Appearing on the Gil Whitney Show are recorded at Cybertechnics Creative Recording Studios at 1953 East 3rd Street. Call them at 258-2463.
Guys, from here to Pittsburgh and then beyond, right?
Right, Massachusetts, Latham, New York, and then on to Las Vegas.
A few minutes ago, we heard the sounds of Emmett North Jr. and it was either sit on Florence's lap or wait for the break, which have been all right. Been all right. But I left out the best part to get you up here because you have made it into the big time by being creative and being Barry White's guitarist and musician backup and so forth, but now you're out on your own. You going to find it hard, or where are you going from here?
Well, I was working for Wolfman Jack last summer also, and did some recording with Linda Clifford, with Isaac Hayes. He produced the album. So what I'm planning on doing now is going to Europe, 28th of next month, going to London. And I've got a few people that are interested in some of my material, and I've met a lot of people there and been turned on to different people from other groups from the city like Heat Wave. So I'll be conversing with people at Ember Records and GTO Records, and I think I have a producer already, so I'm going on over and start recording, and hopefully eventually I'll send for some musicians that recorded on some of my past tracks.
That's the way it works. Gee, this city has done it, haven't they? They've got Heat Wave, they have the Ohio Players, and we've got you. You lived here, you're born in Middletown, that's close enough, and you grew up here in Dayton. We produce them, don't we?
Well, there's plenty of groups here now. There's a group called Dayton. There's Lakeside that lives in L.A. From here, they've got a couple of hits out. There's at least a half a dozen groups.
Oh, they're holding me up. I want to show something real quick. It's been no time at all. Here's a Linda Clifford record, which you did stuff on, and then New Birth, which you're also on, too.
And I wrote a song on this album.
On this one here?
This is one of Barry White's albums. That's the back of it.
And, oh, yes, it certainly is. There's the front of it right there.
Yeah.
And Glenn Page, too. Created some stuff in there, right?
I wrote a song and played on this one also. This was out last summer. I had a song on it called Second Time Around.
Terrific. I wish you the best of luck. Yeah, we got a lot more to come. Hang on.